Support provided by the Chesapeake and Newport News with chef-centric farm-to-table dining. thechesapeake.org.
Hey friends, welcome to another edition of Cooking with Jay here in the Jazz Kitchen. As always, hope all of you are doing well. Today, I was thinking about this a while back, maybe a couple of years ago. I may have done an episode on cabbage, fried cabbage. But if I didn't, I'm going to do it again. Or if I did, I'm going to do it again, because I'm probably making it differently today. So we're going to make some of this beautiful, look at this cabbage. I just chopped up a nice medium-sized cabbage in there. I have some diced up, finely diced up white onion. Now, the significance of this, when you use your onion, you want to dice this onion up very finely so it can blend in well with your cabbage, okay? So let's go over here to the stove. I'm going to make fried cabbage and potatoes. And I have a little head start on this. What I did, see here, some crispy bacon. I cooked some crispy bacon there. And I left the fat of the bacon in here in the saucepan, okay? And I'm going to put this bacon in here in just a moment. But I wanted to cook these potatoes. I took pretty much a russet potato, diced it up, I left the skin on, and I'm cooking it in that bacon fat, and I put a little bit of extra olive oil in here with that bacon fat. Now I'm going to add the cabbage. Okay, I'm going to get it all in here. Okay, all right. Now, to get this cabbage in here, with these potatoes, okay, you want to try to mix it around. That popping is from the water off of the cabbage, if you haven't figured that out, but that's what's happening here. Now, got the cabbage in here. I'm going to add a little bit more of this olive oil. And I'm going to add these onions. Oh yes! So we have potatoes, onions, and bacon fat. Can't go wrong with bacon. No sir. Bacon. Alright, so some bacon in there. I'm going to add some salt. A lot of salt, okay, in here. Now, this is black garlic pepper. Black garlic pepper. Just help you go to that. And I want to add some smoked paprika in here as well. Woo! And last but not least, about a half a cup of chicken broth. Okay. Then I want to start to mix in everything. The cabbage will start to get softer with these potatoes, bacon fat. Turn this fire up a little bit higher. And it also gets a little bit easier to manage as it cooks and gets softer in the saucepan. Want to get everything mixed well. Get those seasonings mixed well in here. And I'll probably have to add a little bit more. A bit more. Whoop. There's always one or two that will get away. Jump out of that pan. Okay, coming together nicely. We have these potatoes in here. Okay, I know we need this, so I'm going to add just a pinch more salt. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more of this black garlic pepper. Now, you can use black pepper and maybe even put some garlic in it if you like. and a little bit more of this smoked paprika, okay? And I'm going to check the liquid count in here, but we're fine. Use some chicken broth. And what I'm going to do here in just a moment is cover this up, and I'll tell you one more time how I put this together. Okay, so that's a medium heat right there. I'm going to get my lid. Pepper. Excuse me. Okay, so we have cabbage, okay? I started this before we actually started filming for time purposes. I have some bacon. Put the bacon in the saucepan, 3 pieces, and I'm going to crunch that bacon up in a minute, put some of that bacon in there. And when the bacon was done, set the bacon aside, but I left the bacon fat in here. And then I added a little bit more olive oil here. And I cut up the white potato, left the skin on, and just sauteed that for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then, from the moment we started our taping, I put the cabbage in with some white onion, finely diced up white onion, and the cabbage, and some seasoning. I use some salt and the black garlic pepper. You can use black pepper. You can also put some garlic in there if you want, fresh garlic. And some smoked paprika and a little bit of chicken broth. Okay, a little bit of chicken broth. And we let this cook like this for anywhere from about, once you have everything in the pot, once the cabbage is in here, once the onions are in here, mix well the seasonings and the chicken broth. Chicken broth will help it steam. Okay? Get that liquid happening. It'll soften up the potatoes as well. Actually be done in just a couple of minutes, and then cook, like I said, 7 to 10 minutes. Last thing I'm going to do right now is take one or two of these bacon pieces. Oh, okay, nice and crispy. So you can do this the easy way to do it. Okay, you'll get a fat piece like that, a little piece of fat. So just discard that. Another one. I'm not putting too much bacon in here, just basically 2 pieces. All right, that's all I'm going to use in here. Rinse my hands. And now mix the bacon pieces in with the cabbage, the onions, the potatoes. Woo! Salt, black garlic pepper, some chicken broth, smoked paprika, and the potatoes. I would say about another couple of minutes. Now, my grandmother, when she would make her cabbage, I could go out, play a game of basketball, come back, do my homework, watch something on TV, and the cabbage would still be cooking. Okay, that's the way they cook that food. That food just went on forever on the stove. Okay, so what I'm going to do is taste the piece. I'm going to taste it. It's more for texture and flavor, of course. I'm going to taste the piece with a potato. If I can get it up there. Come on. Okay. Yes. All right. Now, the only thing, you might want your cabbage a little bit softer, but you don't want to overcook your cabbage because you don't want mushy cabbage, okay? You still want it to have kind of an al dente texture to it, like with the pasta, right? And my cabbage is just going to simmer just for a few more minutes, and then it's going to be done. So take another close look at this cabbage. I'm not going to put it on the plate, anything, because I'm going to let it cook just for a few more minutes. Then we're going to go back over here. That's beautiful. Okay, cover this up. Let's go back over here, turn the heat down low. All right. Little white potato, some cabbage, white onion, dice up the finely dice up the onion, and cook some bacon strips, about 2 or 3 bacon strips. Keep the fat in there, get the bacon nice and crisp. Okay, and I diced up 1 potato. Put the potatoes in there. I left the skin on the potato. Cook it in that baking fat. Add a little bit more olive oil. Then chop up a cabbage. Put the cabbage in there with the onions, and you season it with some salt, pepper, smoked paprika. Then you add some chicken broth and mix well. Then a couple of minutes, 5-10 minutes later, you add the crispy little bacon bits that you cooked up. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Let it cook for 10 minutes, maybe 15, depending on how you like that texture, but the flavor's on point. I'm Jay Sennett. That's this edition of Cooking with Jay. My fried cabbage. Yes, I'm gonna make some barbecue chicken thighs on the grill to go with it. So it's gonna be a nice dinner. If you have any questions or comments, send me an email to j.sennett, jae.sinnett@whrv.org. Don't forget Sennett in Session, my jazz show, Monday through Thursday nights from 9 until 1. Saturday mornings 1 until 5, Sunday afternoons from 1 until 5 on WHRV FM 89.5, and the Soulful R&B Chronicles Friday nights from 7 until 8. And I also want to thank the Chesapeake for underwriting Cooking with Jay. Until the next episode, folks, from the Jazz Kitchen, be safe out there. I'm Jay Sennett, and we'll see you soon.
Support provided by the Chesapeake in Newport News, catering to the palate of every single resident. More at thechesapeake.org.